party of her cousin, and the main hero, who was a brother, and her boyfriend came.
Mm.
But if you want to see a very good horror film, go check out Horror Hotel. It will give you thrills and chills, and get a lot of popcorn. Yes, I used to love watching those. Anyway, there were other witchcraft movies. There was another one where they had a stone eagle, and the witch put a curse on the stone eagle, and the eagle came to life. It went after one of the victims. And I watched that in Halloween last year, or 2 years ago. And I can't think what it was called, but it was really good too. And then another one was Curse of the Demon, which I told you about before.
Yeah.
That was a good one. These are the ones you get for Halloween if you want to try to see some good old-fashioned Halloween scares, instead of the blood ones.
These aren't like Halloween 1 through 39.
Well, Halloween, the original Halloween was good. In my opinion, it was good. It kept you, even though you knew who it was and all that, it kept you on your seat. And so I liked that. But when it got to be Halloween 25 and Halloween 36 and Halloween 450, it was the same old thing. They just had different names. And then, let's see, they had...
And those really aren't horror movies, they're slasher movies,
yes,
as they became to be known.
And as a matter of fact, they did have a Halloween movie that was in space.
A Halloween movie?
In space.
What was it?
I think it was Halloween something, the last Halloween movie, and they had dug up the ground, and they brought it into the spaceship, and it was the actual grave of Michael Myers.
Oh wow!
Uh-huh.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Yep, yeah, you were lucky.
God.
Yes. So anyway.
When are you going to do one of the creepiest movies I've ever seen, folks? When are you going to do a review on Carnival of Souls?
Ah, yes, that one. Well, how about Monday?
And that would be good.
I have the whole weekend.
I'll be looking forward to that.
To look up some facts.
That is one of the creepiest show, folks, you've ever seen.
No, one of the creepiest. Another one.
Well, no, the creepiest, beyond creepiest. I watched years ago at night, and could never watch again.
Don't do that.
I could never, to this day, cannot watch it at night, and that's Phantasm.
Phantasm.
The Phantasm.
Oh. Have you seen that one?
Daddy B?
No, I've heard of it, but I've never actually seen it. I've heard from multiple people it's supposed to be really scary.
Yeah,
well,
really
we'll have
gross.
to watch it, but it will have to be between the hours of 12 and 4. And that's not midnight and 4 a.m. That's 12 noon and 4.
Okay.
Yeah, with the little ball that becomes a potato peeler.
And drills the holes through their brains.
Yes. So, I had the show for you, the movie right here, which is playing the whole thing of Horror Hotel. But I didn't know if I wanted to play that or not, because I like to have you all see the movie yourself.
Have you seen Horror Hotel, Daddy B?
Let me right here.
It's from the 50s.
Well.
Yes. Horror Hotel. Yeah, oh no, I've seen two movies called Horror Hotel. One was supposed to be a remake, and
Did they ever remake this one?
there was one called Horror Hotel and it was called Horror Hotel and something else. I can't remember. I don't know if this is the one I saw or not.
You probably saw this one because
This is creepy. If not, we'll have to let you watch it.
Yeah, but it's a good movie. And as I said, they made it. Now in England, this was called City of Souls.
Huh.
which they make these in England, which looks really bad. You can tell an English-made movie that's supposed to be in the United States because their idea of United States towns are really creepy.
Yeah. Now she discovers he's gone. Aha. Oh, he. Yes.
But no, I'm looking for your
Carnival of Souls.
Souls. Yes, that one to me is a creep. Have you ever seen Carnival of Souls?
Yes, that one I have seen.
The dancing scene just
Yes.
gets me.
And it took me a long time to figure out what was going on actually, which I'm not going to say, just in case other people haven't seen it.
Any of his movies, folks, you must try to get a hold of and watch because he is a very classic horror buff.
Now, a couple of nights ago I did watch one of the unclassic ones, but it was a Japanese horror film called War of the Gargantuas. And it was campy. I mean, that's all I can say.
And he doesn't mean they were camping out in it.
No, he does not.
What year was that one done?
In the 70s.
Okay, that was one of the newer
Yeah.
weird ones. And even in the 70s, even though special effects had started evolving, these movies hadn't started evolving.
Yeah. But at least they had a plot. This one had a plot to it. A lot of the Japanese ones didn't have a plot. They just put the monster in and that's it. And had to destroy the city.
Destroyed Tokyo, trampled
Yeah.
a few people, threw a few fire engines, and that was over.
Yeah. You never really understood why. Now, in the Godzilla movies, you did.
You did understand
yeah.
what the whole story was. But I don't know if I classify them more sci-fi than horror.
Yeah.
Because it had to do with nuclear radiation.
Yes. There was always, I can still remember the one that was opposite. It was a double feature. And the one was called Frogs, which I liked, even though that was real campy. And the other one was called Godzilla versus the Smog Monster.
No.
Oh, it was filmed in L.A.?
Probably. But that was another one. That, and the Smog Monster flew. Godzilla didn't, but it did.
The Smog Monster. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh, you would not.
That
forget it.
I've never even heard of the Smog Monster. Is it what it's about?
It's about this pollution. That,
Smog.
yeah, that
a
became,
monster of smog.
What part of smog
Oh, hush, Big Hoss. I haven't got much sleep.
that
did we
became
not get?
became a flying creature, and it had a head. You could see the eyes and everything else. As a matter of fact, there was a. I remember. I forget what I was doing. I either was going to the store or coming home or something from a job, and I remember hearing the radio. There was this guy I always liked him, and listening to him, and he was going like, wanted 70. He wanted 70. 70 was right. He wanted 70 virgins to be sacrificed. And he read on. He said they're making a movie about a creature in the lake, and they needed 70 virgins to be sacrificed.
Oh, and they didn't find a soul, did they?
I don't know,
God.
but I mean, and he gave the address and everything else. But I don't know if they ever found anybody or anybody ever took him seriously or not.
That must have been a small cast.
But my God, I mean, to actually, do over the radio. And he was one of the popular DJs, and I can't think of that guy's name. I told
Wolfgang?
no, not Wolfgang.
Casey Kasem?
Yeah, that's
Casey
it.
Kasem,
Uh-huh.
okay. God rest his soul.
Yes. And I think it was it was in Pittsburgh. They went in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They were making a movie.
Oh, wow.
So we were living at that time in Henderson, North Carolina. And I just got off work. I was coming home. Either that or I was just woke up and I was taking my niece and nephew to school. That could have been it. I was a chauffeur. I was everything. You wouldn't believe it. Anyway, so I was, let me see. I've seen movies that you wouldn't believe. I mean, they had westerns where they had monsters actually on the saddles shooting. I think they had the werewolf. I can't think of what that one was. They had Dracula. I think with the Dracula, Billy the Kid meets Dracula. Then it was Jesse James meets Frankenstein's daughter, which was another really.
Oh, that was bad.
Oh God, yes.
I forgot about that. Is that the one where he comes to a castle?
Yes. This is out in the west, and there's a castle out in the west.
Well and behold, here's a castle
I know.
in the middle of the desert.
Yep. There was one. It was Italian, but it wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be in America. And these people were driving a car, and they drove the car, and the car ran out of gas. And all of a sudden, in front of them was this big castle. And they had the vampire. They had, I don't know if he was Dracula, but the vampire, and they had the Igor.
Yes.
They had the Wolfman. They had Frankenstein. They had every creature except for the creature involved in the movie.
And the creature is the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
Because this was in the desert, folks, and the creature had to be near water.
Yeah. They couldn't make an invisible thing. But I mean, back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, they could do anything they wanted to. But I tell you, it was still a good time for horror films.
Yes, it was. And I think the movies back then were... I don't know. The movies today just are too gory.
Mm-hmm.
Too real life.
Yeah. I mean, believe me, if I want to go see somebody with their head cut off, you know, I can go outside and see with a car accident or something like that. Yeah, I don't want to see it. Come on now. I want to see something that's going to scare me. You know, that's going to scare me. That's not going to, jump out and go, whatever. I enjoyed the old horror films. I enjoyed The Haunting. That is one of the best movies to ever see, because that is the type of movie that you use your imagination.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
I think there needs to be more movies like that.
Mm-hmm.
That you just don't see them anymore.
And it was black and white.
I mean, those can be movies you can enjoy with your family, a bag of popcorn,
Mm-hmm.
and have a good movie night.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Especially around Halloween.
Well, it used to be every Friday night was horror night.
Yeah, I did the chiller thing in the very beginning. I said, if anybody remembers that, they remember Chiller. Go, Chiller! And then the same thing with Saturday night. Friday and Saturday nights were both horror nights.
Yeah.
So, and I do miss that.
They don't do that anymore.
I miss the classic movies. Movies like The Cyclops.
Yeah.
Yep. There was another one by Edgar Allan Poe called Tales of Terror, which was 3 tales and had different tales in it.
Or The Raven.
Yeah. It had the Raven. It had this woman who she had died, and she came back to life to kill her daughter, because she said her daughter is the one that killed her, and it wasn't. It was the husband. And then the third one was the husband was dying, and the wife was trying to get this doctor to help her to stop this disease, and what he did was he kept him under hypnosis so that nothing would happen. And then when finally came out of hypnosis, he started melting.
God.
And oh my God, talk about another scary one.